Hello folks, it's Fuji Toast here from Rocketpond.com, here to take a look at another game. The game is called Tiny Places. It's a game put out by a company called Gogogic. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, I'm not entirely sure. We'll see it on the next slide screen here in a second. But it's also put out by Big Fish Games. They're the seller of the game. The game is a really creative game. I love the artwork. The thing is, as you see on this page right here, the artwork very much reminds me of one of my favorite games out there called Cut the Rope. The graphics, the animation, everything reminds me a lot of Cut the Rope, especially those tape pieces right there. I'm pretty sure that was a direct, well, I don't want to say rip-off, but I mean it's definitely so much like it that a lot of people are comparing it to a Cut the Rope feel game, and they're not wrong. Looks like I automatically went into a level there. I was playing a little bit earlier. I want to show you guys the front screen though. So if you bear with me just a moment. I actually do like this the loading screen. It's kind of fun. Alright. I'll go back to the beginning here. So the character in the game is a little chameleon. His name is Napoleon, and he's an extremely good escape artist. And I think he's owned by a little Girl Scout or something. They don't show a lot of her. Actually, I think they'll show her a little bit if we go to the first level. Yeah, I think so. So the little girl puts, yeah, there she is, there's her hand. The little girl puts Napoleon into all kinds of boxes and stuff, and he just tries to find his way out of it. So that's basically how the story goes. There's not a lot of story to it, but you know, the game is fun nonetheless. So here's the first level. The main goal is to collect the fireflies. That's what those little things flying around right there are. You want to collect all three of them, and also get out of the box. So there's always a hole somewhere in the level, and you try to get through it. We'll play the next level here. So as you can see, Napoleon's got a tongue. You pull him back, and then you launch him. And anytime there's a screw, he will latch onto that screw. So you pull him back, launch him through the exit. So the gameplay is really fairly simple. It's definitely something that a smaller kid could grasp pretty quickly, but it's also challenging enough for adults a little bit later. But I do want to state that it's not an extremely challenging game. Most of the levels are fun, but they're not they're not really different or anything like that. But I'll show you a later level here. I think that might show you a little bit more of the difficulty. There's, I think, 4 different episodes right now. There's the box that we were just in. There's the refrigerator. I'll show that to you in just a sec as well. Let's see. There's some forest thing. I don't know if the girl created a box or what. I don't remember exactly. And there's a tree house. Let's see. We'll go into this one here real quick. I think we will. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you see there's some boxes here, and you see right here. I don't want to drag my screen, but you see from my white circle that there's like a slot of some sort. So if you launch Napoleon over there, and sometimes you'll have to tap on the screen on the screw you want, he lifts up that box. Now if I go over one more, and I go up top to that other one, you see he pulls away that box on the left. I don't know if you guys saw that. There was a box that pulled over the top, that was over the top of that cup, and it pulled him off of that. Whoops. Mistake. Oh well. What I want to show you guys though is, I don't know if you noticed the blue screw down here. I'm trying to circle it, but I can't really. But if I go down to that blue screw, you'll see I'm not going to get it. So we'll do that again. Up to that one and lift it. So I want to get over to that cup again. Whoops. That. Okay, let's try that again. Sorry. I did not want to do that. So at least you guys see how you can fail the level, right? Okay, go over to that. I can't believe I did it again. Alright, Okay, we're gonna go to a different level because obviously I'm having trouble. What I want to show you is the color changing. There's some color changing that you do. Like once he passes a circle of color, then he'll change his color, and that's the only type of screw that he can latch onto. So that's what I was trying to show you. Let me try again here. Let's just go to something different. We'll even show you the fridge. How about that? Okay, there we go. See that red circle right up here? That's what I'm pointing next to. That's what I'm going to get up to. And there are checkpoints in the game. I didn't reach one, obviously, on the last level. That's why I kept on having to restart. The checkpoints are the red flags right over here, right next to my dot. So I'll let them rise back up again in a sec here. So once I pass through the circle, he turns red, and then he can only grab a hold of the red screws. So if I try to throw him back towards the silver one, he won't grab it. Luckily I grabbed the checkpoint so I can keep going. So those are the basic mechanics of the game. It is a puzzler, but it's just as much based on your ability to sling him in a good arc as well. Yeah, unlike me. You'd think I'd be better at this game after playing a little bit more, but it's actually not all that difficult, but it's still a very fun game. I recommend checking it out. It's also kind of fun. Let's see if I go back to the page here. Hopefully it won't take too long. Not only do you have Game Center achievements, but you also have little achievements within the game that you can get as well. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them. Sometimes they pop up so frequently up top, very similar to Game Center achievements, that I don't even know what I've got anymore. Oh, and actually, you know what? I just figured out what they are. That must be a Girl Scout, because these look all like Girl Scout badges. So you've got all kinds of these little badges that you can get, so I'm sure kids will like to go ahead and collect those. So it's a lot of fun. But, this isn't a game that I would play as frequently as I would some of my other favorites, including Cut the Rope, which I believe this game looks a lot like. But it's definitely worth picking up every once in a while. A good betweener game when you're looking for something else to play when you're waiting for your favorites to come out. So, there you go. That's, oops. that's Tiny Places. I do believe there's going to be another Tiny Places coming out soon. If I can get back here, I'll show it to you. Yeah, up on the top here, you see this Tiny Places 2 Caribbean Vacation. I'd assume that's coming out soon, so maybe we'll have some more interesting gameplay. Alright guys, thanks a lot. Once again, I'm Fuji Toast from Rocketpond.com. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.